Good afternoon. It's Longhaultanker Straight Razor Shaving with Longhaultanker, and we are in Fort Stockton, Texas. It is the 20th of February 2023 at 13:25. That's 1:25 p.m. Central Time, and we're going to do a straight razor shave this morning. And if you're watching me on YouTube this afternoon, I say thank you. Thank you for joining me and watching this shave and having an interest in straight razor shaving. I hope you pursue it. If you're just beginning, if you're a long time straight razor shaver, you pay me a compliment by watching my videos and sending me some comments from time to time, and especially the regulars that do so. Thank you for that. As if this old truck driver's got something to offer, you know. Anyway, go on over to the Shaving Cadre, www.theshavingcadre.com, and join in the conversation, join in the just the falderall and the excitement of it all. Just, you know, it's chilling. Yuck. What else? I watched an interesting segment of Johnny Carson on YouTube last night. The only appearance on Johnny Carson of Jackie Gleason, and it was it was hilarious. Anyway, let's introduce the equipment. Go to the Shaving Cadre. The channels. Also, if you're watching what shaving videos you may enjoy, Handle Barber Dave, Major Rich, Nurse Dave, and Bill M, and The Cutthroat Journey, and Shooting the Shave, and who else we got? We got Spider, we got Scuttle Soap, we got Lukey 3262, also known as Matt, and those are all members of the Shaving Cadre, and they put out shaving video content every now and then. Some are more regular than others. I said on the video call last night, the Zoom call, that, hey guys, gotta step it up. Yeah, okay, gotta step it up. There are international favorites or other favorites that I enjoy very much, and that's Jared at the Superior Shave, Dapper Shaves, Maddie Lindholm out of Sweden, Gary Harwood out of the UK, just a whole bunch of others that just do a bang-up job. All right, let's introduce the equipment. As I say, my blade this morning is a Wade & Butcher, and I think, if I'm not, yep, that's a pre-1891. It's been restored, obviously, got a nice high polish on it. It's a barber's notch, got a nice little square there on the end of that thing. Also, the scales on this thing have, there it is right there, Wade & Butcher Celebrated Razor, just a lovely set of scales here, coming from vintage times. I do not know if these are original pre-1891 scales. I don't know. The scales do show some wear. I don't know if you can see on the back side, right up in here, there's some nicks, not cracks, there's just little nicks there, right there. You can see it maybe right there, in there. And there is a crack. Where is it? On the pin right there. Anyway, it holds. It's got a nice piece of what looks to be pewter in the wedge there. So we'll set that aside. That was honed up and finished on the Shapton Glass series by the fella that I bought it from. It's still running fine after about, I don't know, 3-4 years anyway, with the Shapton Glass on there. All right, the rest of it, that's that. Let's go here. The brush, we're using the old VP Leon Hardy handle with the replacement Golden Nib knot. Same brush I used in the last video. There's that. And then we're using Stirling Soap Company's Island Man, which is just a lovely scented soap, and I got a nice blue tint on it, soaking it in the water basin. What else? And then later we'll be using an Osma alum block. Set that over here. All right, let's get going. Now, I'm stuck here at the, I say stuck, here at the Les truck stop in Fort Stockton, Texas. All those hours that I lost with the different events that I had on my way out to California, whether it was the breakdown or whether it was the coming in on the tail end of an accident and having to sit for 6.5 hours while the accident was cleared, and I had already been driving for an hour when I came upon the back end of that, and I had to sit and wait and lose all that time on the clock. So overall, I lost about, I'm going to say 12 to 14 hours overall with involving both events. And so my 70 hours over 8 days, when I got here, I had 3 hours left on my 70. Well, eastbound out of Fort Stockton, you go 3 hours, there's not much there. It's not enough time to get you to San Antonio. And the next the next Love's truck stop is 2.5 hours away in Sonora, Texas. But why start the engine? Why put it in gear for 2.5 hours of driving when I could just sit for 34 and get a full set? In fact, my clock is telling me that you start rolling hours. I won't go into all of that, but the simplest, not like I want to start driving at midnight tonight anyway, but the simplest solution is just when I got in here yesterday, put myself on sleeper berth off duty, and I do a 34-hour restart, and I get a new set of 70 hours. So that's the simplest solution to all of this, and that's what I'll do. And I'm only 8.5 hours from the yard anyway, so I'll sit here till tomorrow morning and get a restart on my hours. I had a warm shower, not hot. Same with the water in the bowl in the basin. It's warm, not hot. I'm doing all of this as a pre-shave, even though I've had a nice hot shower. I'm coming more and more to believe in the, I don't know, it just feels good, number one. And number two, all of the ingredients of the soap, the tallow, the shea butter, the whatever oils that might be used. And certainly the scent, but I want all of that to get into the whiskers and the skin and have their positive effect. Well, for crying out loud, going everywhere. And I did watch my last video, and I saw and I got at least one comment on the lather and lathering, and it just, I just put a little bit extra time, a little bit extra water, kept it moist. I've got a fan right above my head, which doesn't help. That is to say, it evaporates. The water's evaporating out of the soap and it gets dry. And so I got to rehydrate it. But that's all okay. Other than my hours of service issue with running out of hours and having to do a reset here in Fort Stockton, I don't have a lot to talk about. Today we did have our Zoom call last night. It went for approximately 3 hours. Started at 5 o'clock, 3.5 hours, I guess. Ended at 8:30, approximately. And it was a lot of fun. And at the high point, we had I think about 9 people online with us, and it dwindled down after about 2.5 hours. It dwindled down to about 6 people, and it was at about 8:30 that Barber Dave called it to an end. And strangely, or interestingly, the subject of conversation amongst all of these wet shavers and straight razor shavers and honers and all things wet shaving, the conversation came to cooking and health. And it was a very good conversation, learned some stuff. I said to my wife after the call was over last night, I said, "Did you know this and this?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Yes." I'm not going to go into all the details. But it was fun. It was fun. It was something, for me, it was something to do in the truck. That's why I like doing it. My wife is a little bit more guarded of my time when I'm at home. My home time is her time. And that's only right, and that's the way it should be. All right, let's get on with the Weight and Butcher. I've used this razor several times. It's always been very sharp and very good. This stroke right here is very reminiscent and similar to the strokes that I do at the end of the shave, so maybe I won't have to go over all of that at the end of the shave. I kind of did that on purpose. Had that big old bloop right down on my shirt. You know, so much of this lather gets around my shirt and I don't pay no attention. You know, I was thinking about this thing I'm about to say a few days ago, and I'll say it for consideration. after my last shave, I felt really good about the last shave. And you know, it's a joy, it's a pleasure, it's a happiness when you can shave with a straight razor and you can shave to enjoy the shave. And the counter to that, I say the counter, the opposite of that is a lot of people shave, especially when they're just getting started, they shave not to cut themselves. And there's a difference between shaving not to cut yourself and shaving to enjoy the shave. And that takes some years of practice and mastery over the thing. And it's really a joy to shave with a straight razor. And so if you're thinking about taking it up, take it up. It may take a little time to get real comfortable, get real mastery with the straight razor, but it's not by no means, by any means, impossible. One of my life regrets is when I was younger and had the opportunity, I didn't learn to play the piano. And again, coincidentally, because I watched the Jackie Gleason, Johnny Carson episode, it made me wonder about Art Carney. If there was a Johnny Carson episode with Art Carney. And lo and behold, there was. Now there may be more than one, I don't know, but as I say, Jackie Gleason, he was only on there once. And I don't know about Art Carney. But the one that I watched, it was about 15 to 20 minutes long, and he and Carson and others went, and Ed McMahon, they went through their usual sit-down conversation. And Carson said to Carney, he said, well, I've gotten down to where I've run out of things to talk about, Art. And without missing a beat, old Carney, he said, well, I see a piano over there. I can go over there and play the piano for a few minutes. And Carson said, well, sure, by all means. And he went over there and just played like a master. It was a nice, kind of along the lines of Midnight Serenade or something like that. That's not what it was, because I know Midnight Serenade, but it wasn't that, but it was along that line. It was kind of, it was a piano piece, and it was along that line and of music. Now, the reason I brought that up is learning to shave with a straight razor is not near as hard as learning to play the piano, in my opinion, because when I had the opportunity to take some lessons, I never really followed up with it. I didn't really practice. And my mother was disappointed. Oh, it'll bring you so much joy and happiness in life. And I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that one bit. So, if you want to learn to shave with a straight razor, start at it. No time like the present. And then before you know it, and if you're going to do it, stick with it. Dedicate it, get rid of all your cartridge razors, get rid of anything else you're using, electric or whatever. Put them away, because it does take some time and muscle memory, learning this, to be comfortable with it. Learn to hone while you're learning to shave, or if you want to send them off to somebody to hone them for you, that's your prerogative. But I would say learn to hone while you're learning to shave. That way both those skills grow and develop together. It's a different skill set, and they're not done at the same time. So you have your shave time, you have your hone time, and you learn to do it. Well, I learned a valuable lesson last night on the Zoom call, and that is don't fall asleep somewhere where you don't want to have your picture taken. No, the last 3 or 4 Zoom calls I've fallen asleep because I was tired. And some wise guy, who shall go nameless, decided to take my picture over the Zoom call. I guess a screenshot or something. All right. So there's a picture of me floating around on the shaving cadre now, of me sleeping during the Zoom call. No, as I go, I just keep adding water and keep that lather moisturized, and Stirling Soap Company soaps are usually very water friendly. They lather up real nice. They create a nice sheen, and you just got to keep them wet. That's when they dry out and start to dry out, just keep working it. Soap has a way of wanting to dry out inside the brush, and so you got to keep working the brush and get that water in the brush so that the lather will come out. Yeah, that's nice. I don't like lather getting all over the handle, and so I'll take the spine of the razor and lift it up and put it on top of the knot. Yeah, I'm enjoying that. So I'm gonna go back to the truck after I get done here and just watch movies for the rest of the afternoon and maybe take an afternoon nap. I don't mind saying that I was kind of tired last night. This whole trip has been, as they all are, when you're in this kind of a business, truck driving, and you're driving across country and you're driving 10 and 11 hours a day, total concentration. You know, it's the concentration thing, because, you know, it's not like working at a computer screen in an office.
Jr., Joshua Carlos Jr.
Well, I'm having a good time. Yeah, like I said, I'm about run out of things to say. For today. But we'll just keep shaving and All right, let's wipe it down and see what we got left. All right, I'm gonna call it there. That's in my opinion, despite the blood, that's a real good shave. Just, let me check the sideburns here. That razor's as sharp as can be. It's always been a very good razor. We got a Wade and Butcher, somewhere between 6 and 7/8. I'm gonna, 15, 16, no, 15, 13, 16, something like that maybe. I don't know. But it's looks to be just a smidge bigger than the 6/8, but not quite as big as the 7/8. All right, there we go. Wade and Butcher, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Put it in a little leather case. Let's put some we're going to use the Union razor, that white one that I've been carrying with me this week. That could have been disastrous. You see where my edge caught there and the blade started to turn over. But I caught it. I wasn't using a lot of pressure, which you're really not supposed to do but you know, enough pressure to maintain a grip on the edge, of course, and control over the blade. But that almost got away from me. Yeah, I think that's better. At least from what I can see. All right, we're going to go with that. All right, I think that'll do for today. That's the Union razor I was using. You saw the you saw the Weight and Butcher that I was using for the face shave. Here's the VP Leon Hardy with the Golden Nib. This is a 30 millimeter premium Silvertip Badger, by the way. And then, of course, the Island Man by Stirling that we used today. Let's do one more thing as we get ready to wrap up. Do a cold water rinse. Then we got our Ozma alum block. I've been saying here lately, always wash your face, rinse your face after you're done with the alum, and off your hands, and do not get the alum anywhere near your blades, because they have a tendency, carbon steel has a tendency to there's my rinse. Pat dry the face. And I've said before, you get an alum stain on one of your best razors, you're gonna want to hurt yourself. It's that, spend $500 on a razor, and on the back side of the blade, you got a swipe where you touched it with your finger, and then you look at it, you don't even know you've done it, and you're going, you shave, and where did that come from? And you don't know, unless you know, you don't know. All right, that's all I'll say on that. No, but I'll keep saying it. Keep the alum away from the steel. All right, with that, I guess I'll say I'm done. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with me. This is Longhaultanker, and I will see you down the road.